shop today, man. Getting ready to work on a 5.3 again. What we already have. We already have. Because if you remember, I told y'all that I wasn't really satisfied. I think I told y'all in the last clip, maybe, or one of those clips. But I wasn't satisfied with one of the ball hone, the cylinder hone. I wasn't satisfied with what it did to like the passenger side cylinders and one of the cylinders on the driver's side too. So I bought another one. I did buy another one. We got it done. We got that done already because y'all already seen me do it. We got the crank. We had to pull the crankshaft out, clean up everything, the bearings, all that stuff from all that grim and grime and whatever from cleaning the cylinders out. So we did all that. We got all the work done. And now she's all freshly cleaned, coated down in oil and everything again. When I flip this back over, I'll show y'all the cylinders, but we got everything back in. We about to get to tightening these down with a torque wrench actually. And yeah. So yeah, y'all, that's the plan for today, man. We're gonna torque these down, get that crankshaft in there officially. Then we're throwing the pistons in it. We gotta build the pistons, get the pistons on top of the piston rods, and put the bearings in them. So that's the next step for today. Then we should be able to, well, we gotta figure out how we're gonna pull these cam bearings out. We have a cam bearing puller, but the little rubber bands that go to it, they're kind of fragile because it's an old tool. But we're gonna have to figure that one out, y'all. So let's just get to work. We'll figure out things as they come. And yeah, so let's do it, man. All right, y'all. So we're running into kind of a problem. So I got, a torque wrench right here, right? And it's in here. It's all good. And there's nothing wrong with this. Nothing wrong with this at all. But the problem I'm having is that I don't have a socket for it because it's the bigger, ratchet size socket. And, well, I don't have a socket that fits it. So, next, we're just going to go ahead and tighten them down, not torque them down. We're going to tighten them down enough to, and what I mean by them, I'm talking about the main cap bearings for the crankshaft. So, we're going to go ahead and tighten them down. Not all the way tight, like trying to torque them down, but at least enough to where when I spin over the motor to start putting in the pistons and stuff, it won't. Oh, I don't have a piston ring closer deal. I just thought about that. We'll figure that out as we go. But yeah, so that's what we're gonna do. That's the little problem that we're running into. We don't have a socket big enough for these the main journals, the main bearing caps, to be able to torque them down with the torque wrench. So that's the next step. We just want to tighten these down, get them tightened down so the crankshaft won't fall out on its face. Then get to the part of putting these pistons together and then figuring out how we're going to compress these piston rings. So yeah, let's get to work. Alright, y'all, so I was just gonna get started on putting the piston ring, well, actually putting the pistons together and putting the piston rings on, but then I was like, how does one put piston rings. It's been so long since I built the motor. And I was like, how does one put the piston, what order does the piston rings come on? Now, I don't know exactly, remember where, oh yeah, no, I ordered these parts from Michigan, but I don't know what brand of pistons these are, like if it's Texas Speed or something of that nature, you know. But the one thing I do like about this packaging from these pistons, because I did order piston ring, or well, I ordered a rebuild kit from eBay, and it came with piston rings, but they weren't numbered. These ones numbered, as you can see. This one is 1, that one says 2, and then this is oil, so obviously it's like 3. But you know, so that's cool. I like that, because I definitely didn't know. I didn't remember, actually, should I say. Either or, didn't know, didn't remember, it's all the same. But yeah, that's really neat. I want to show y'all that they send the packages numbered. Like, I don't know if you can see that. It says 1 on there. It says 1. So, first, second, and then third. So yeah, let's get to putting these together. Alright, y'all. So we running into a problem. It's nothing crazy, nothing big, nothing wild or nothing like that. Just we are running into the problem with building the pistons because we don't have a um, hydraulic press. Yeah, so basically I got my connecting rods and things like that, you know, thinking I was just gonna be able to, you know, put these on, slide that wrist pin into here and connect it, because it floats inside the piston, like, you know, it floats inside that piston and it moves side to side real easy, but not so much with this. So yeah, y'all, that's kind of where we're stuck at right now with the pistons. We got everything else done, crankshaft in, cylinders all cleaned up again, everything on the bottom end all cleaned up again, and put back into the 5.3. Nothing's torqued down or nothing like that, like I said, because I didn't have a bolt, or I didn't have a socket for the torque wrench for me to use it. So the next step was to put the pistons in, but I don't have a hydraulic press. So my dad said that I can use the one at his shop, but he said it might have to be next time, or another time, because he's out there in Lubbock right now. He's doing his business, so it's kind of where I'm at, man. Kind of stuck. The one thing we can do, so we can get a little bit more progress done, is open up this old cam bearing kit and see if we even have one that fits, and then see if the rubber on them will even withstand, you know, trying to pull one out. So I'm gonna do that, and then if that doesn't work, then this is gonna be calling it a day, because we don't have anything else to do until we get a hydraulic press to press these rings out. So that just is what it is. Sometimes you run into things in life, man. You know, you're going along a path and you think you're doing right, and you are doing right. You're doing everything right, and then something just stops you. And maybe it's because you need to take a break. Maybe it's because, you know, Who knows why the universe does what the universe does, but it does it for a reason, man. So we're gonna keep on trucking on, pushing through, and try to get some more stuff done. If we can't, then we can't. And you know, I have the valves, and I mean, I don't have valves, but I have like springs and push rods and stuff like that. But there's no need to do the heads right now if I don't have the pistons and stuff all together to be able to go ahead and slap everything back on top of the motor, you know? So, yeah, whatever. Yeah, let's just try to get these cam bearings out. Let's see what let's open up this cam bearing puller kit and see what it's looking like. See if we even have a fitting that's going to fit for this thing and go from there. So, keep on trucking. Let's do it. Well, y'all, it's a no-go. Disappointment after disappointment. That cam bearing thing is a hunk of junk. And it's missing parts. And the rubber seals and things on it are crappy. And yeah, it's just all hoopla, man. But well, I don't know. I don't have the equipment right now to progress any further. But I did the best I could with what I got right now, and that's all I can ask for. We got my dad's. He's gonna come through for me on one of these days, so I can get those wrist pins pressed into the rods and into the pistons and make that work. Um, and I just had to order me a cam bearing puller or installer or whatever you want to call it when I order me some cam bearings. So, you know, I don't know. It just is what it is, man. I did what I could today. So I guess this is gonna be it, man. Since I can't progress any farther, we did what we could, and that's all that matters. So next time, y'all, when y'all see me again, we'll have a cam bearing puller installer. We'll have cam bearings. We'll be able to put the pistons in. We'll push those wrist pins into the pistons. Have those installed. Put the piston rings on. And then it'll go from there to the heads and finish up putting the springs and things in the head and slap those on. So we progressing, y'all. We progressing. Just a little rut in the progress line, but we'll get over it. So until next time, y'all. Y'all stay good, stay in the shop, get your projects done, and progress as much as you can till you can't progress no more. I'll see you guys later, or at least on the next one. Peace. Sprayed down, and this is just brake cleaner if y'all are wondering. And the thing that I use to spray the brake cleaner is just like a spray gun.